Polyscias fruticosa dwarf variegated is a lesser-known, small-growing tropical shrub with excellent variegation. This plant can be grown outdoors in frost-free regions as a garden shrub or potted plant on a terrace or patio. In other regions with cold winters, it can be grown as an indoor plant. It has bushy and upright growth with textured, semi-woody stems, and the lower part of the stems lose their leaves and have a trunk-like portion which gives the plant the appearance of a small tree. With young plants, such as this example I have here, they look somewhat like a bonsai. The petioles, the leaf stems, are long. The feathery leaves have a slightly coarse texture, and they look similar to parsley, but with variegation. The variegation is excellent, and all leaves have a good percentage of creamy white and mid-green. Despite their delicate appearance, the leaves are actually tough, and they withstand direct sun without burning or scorching, even with the strongest sun in tropical countries. So we should place this plant in a brightly lit spot when growing indoors. If you have a windowsill that receives direct midday sun where other plants get scorched, then this plant is a great choice for that location. Polyscias can occupy that space nearest to the window, and it will filter the direct sun so that other more delicate plants can be placed nearby. Watering is straightforward and tap water is fine. This plant does not need particularly high humidity, so regular misting is not required, but occasional misting is useful to remove dust from the leaves. Allow the compost to dry a little in between watering. Water when the top few centimeters of the compost are dry. Fertilizer can be given monthly in the growing season in spring and summer. A liquid fertilizer can be given. Once or twice a month is fine. Don't fertilize too much, as it may result in soft, leggy growth. This is not a frost-hardy plant, and freezing temperatures, even for a short period, will severely damage the foliage and will probably kill the plant. So aim to maintain at least 10 degrees Celsius as an overnight temperature to be safe. There is almost no upper limit for temperature, and even 35 to 40 degrees Celsius for short periods is not a problem. For potting, a general-purpose compost should be used. This is a ground-growing shrub, not a climber or epiphyte, so I use a soil-based compost with added cocoa peat or perlite to make an airy mix. I use soil-based composts whenever possible, as they don't dry out as quickly as peat-based composts, so they need less frequent watering. I repot every year, but every 2 years will not give any problems. This is quite a fast-growing plant, and they can reach a height of about 60 centimeters over time, but it will take 3 to 5 years to reach maturity when grown indoors. Plants can be left to grow as they wish, or they can be pruned as and when needed to maintain a desirable shape. Pruning can be done at any time of the year, but I prefer to prune in the spring. Pests and diseases are not a particular problem, but keep a watch out for common pests such as snails, slugs, and red spider mites. Propagation is by cuttings in spring and summer. Take cuttings of 6 to 10 centimeters and root them in water or gritty compost. Watch out for my video on Polyscias propagation if you want to see the whole process in detail. So that's all for this quick introduction to Polyscias fruticosa dwarf variegated. It's an easy-growing, slightly unusual but interesting plant. I love the tree-like appearance. It has great variegation, and it can take direct sun. Grow this one for its quirky tree-in-a-pot effect, or place with other plain-leaved foliage plants where its fine variegated leaves will look their best.